Just wanted to say. Welcome back.
Welcome back, round 12, with a really fine matchup. A deck we didn't see at all today for the moment, which is a Smorano Mardika Sina Kuldakar
You got it.
against a Terra, played by...
My mate and YouTube partner is Samuel. So I'm very eager to cast this very match. You might recognize his rings. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Terra deck to win here. I think it's an interesting matchup. It really depends on whether or not the Asmo player runs an aggressive or a reanimator strategy.
It is an aggressive strategy.
It is an aggressive strategy. Yeah. Samuel has played this match a couple of times, and I think if his hand is not too bad, he should take it home. So here we directly starting with a marauding Mako. Samuel was on the play.
I absolutely love this card.
Me too.
I'm still rooting for.
That's okay.
Asmo
That's good.
Mardika
That's
Sina
good. That's
Kuldakar
good.
myself.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
we have the first
that
trigger,
point
and it directly returns a necromancy, it seems, and there is an overlord also.
of view. Oh, which one? The green one, I assume.
Oh,
It is the green one, I think.
or wasn't it a necromancy? I thought no, it's the red one.
Red one, okay.
He plays the Mardu ones, so the white, the black, and the red one. Wasn't that a necromancy? It looked like, but yeah, it was. I think it's a necromancy. It's so small. Either way, having a hit here definitely helps. Overlord does not distribute the damage like a Fury does, but still, having this guy impended at worst to get rid of a bigger threat that Asmo proposes is definitely helpful here, I guess. It's very likely that we see a turn 2 Asmo here. That's what the deck goes for most of the time.
The deck is meant to do this.
Exactly.
Even on turn 1.
Because at turn 3 Asmo is already pretty slow, I would say. So the deck has some techs against the reanimation plan in particular. Let's have a look at the list maybe again. There might be a Fairy Macabre. There might be
Absolutely fair, Macabre, I assume.
Cling to Dust, Scarab Feast, things like this. In order to, there's a Scarab Feast, and there might also be. Oh no, it's no.
Yeah, no, the
Fate of Memory.
and there is an onslaught one, I think, also that exiles a card and that has cycle, if I remember correctly.
Is it? Yeah, that's the
Exiles only one
Fate from
card.
Memory. Yeah, but it's not in the list. It's also would
it's
also
not,
be
yeah.
an instant speed. Yeah.
Nice start from Asmo, though, because this 3/3 trampling Maiko on turn 2 attacking is kind of good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll see how the game's developing. We see a Party Thrasher exiled with Inti this turn, I think. And it will trade with the Terra. So
Yeah.
still Samuel will take a point of damage this turn.
Yeah. But it's totally fine to. That's what you almost always do. Terra has no particular value after resolving the trigger.
Yeah.
The main point is just to get cards into your graveyard. If you're lucky, you can bring back some enchantments, and then you have like either a big beater that can do things, or you can actually
Just trade in combat.
just trade in combat, which he just did.
Apply sort of a pressure because against like a control-ish strategy, a 4/2 is not too shabby, you know?
Yeah. That's right. I think the reason he did not take the necromancy is because he's currently lacking black mana. So it seems to be very dependent on the bird. The deck, you have to know that the deck plays very little amount of lands. I think we're running 34 or 35.
We are talking about
We talked about that yesterday at the dinner.
not enough lands.
33, including 2 MDFCs, and we have the 3 cycling creatures. So very low on lands, but lots of dorks, and yeah. Usually the deck finds its way to cheat some mana. Not in a way of fast mana, but the dorks usually do their job. Let's hope that Bird survives.
I think now he's on the back foot because missing land drop, having this bird, I don't think this bird could be so long for this
but
round.
for now, Asmo's not really doing that much. It's an Inti that swings for 3. Okay. Very likely that Asmo will see the battlefield. Unless, maybe Eliott has a 3-drop coming in here.
We'll see. Fairy Macabre, I think it's really good.
Terra
in this
Macabre is
hand.
very good, yeah. That's for sure.
Playing Asmo, getting the cookbook, maybe another drop 1 or maybe a drop 2 as a follow up, keeping the cookbook in
Yeah.
the hand. The chat asks, where does your nickname comes from?
That's a fun story actually. It it's a long time ago that I talked with a friend about starting to play Magic on YouTube, I think, and actually we had like a colleague at work, an older one, who was going for hiking all the time, and then at some point, I don't know why it came to my mind, we wanted to make a fool of him and ask like if he was ever hiking to the Bitzelberg. I have no idea. It just came to my mind, and then he was like, at first he thought, yeah, Bitzelberg, well, and then yeah, Google it. You don't know the Bitzelberg, well, and he was Googling it, and at some point he realized, okay, they're just making a fool of me, and then like my colleague said, like you gotta use the Bitzelberg for something. It's somehow cool, and
Yeah.
yeah, here we are.
And
a
what
couple
does
of years.
Bitzelberg mean?
It's a sparkling mountain actually. So yeah, because we had that discussion yesterday. Because the French guys always say Blitzberg, which would be lightning mountain, but it's actually Bitzelberg, which means sparkling mountain. So for all the non-German speaking people that I assume are quite a lot of in the chat, or actually watching the stream, that's the story behind that.
And we saw Samuel still missing land drop, and this bird's getting killed
and the
by a
bird is
lightning bolt.
gone.
Yeah,
It's rough.
absolutely. But
That's
that's
rough.
I think the price of playing 35 lands.
Yeah,
I
and here we have the
guess.
Durus, Living Death, Spellseeker, Solitude, Deadpool, and Kuma. How's it called? Summon Kujata, right? Let me check. Da, da, da.
Summon Kujata.
Kujata,
right.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think we can put this in
Yeah,
the
we
chat.
can show the card. It's a new one from Final Fantasy. It's a really good red reanimation target, because in this deck you can flash it in, it will immediately do something.
Yep.
It's a soft board wipe, one-sided soft board wipe. You can easily cast it for 6. You have a trample haste threat. The next modes will also do things, so it's fitting very well, and it's an enchantment, so you can return it with Terra. That's probably the most relevant part here. I would say Samuel has a really good hand, and
Yeah,
the
but no
choice
lands.
between Animate Dead and Living Death is not.
I don't think you really need to get rid of either.
Well, you have to choose something because you cast the Durus, but you will
Yeah,
you
sure.
will definitely take the
Oh
Animate
yeah,
Dead,
sure.
I think.
You can't. I was thinking about Deadpool, which may be the most
Yeah,
threatening card,
that's
but
very dangerous indeed. That's true. But you just get rid of the Animate Dead because Samuel is very far away from actually casting that Living Death.
I tend to agree that Living Death is the more threatening card because you still have the Fairy Macabre in Eliott's hands, so I don't think reanimating something anytime soon will be possible for Samuel.
Yeah, especially now, there's the Pyrogoyf and the Mako in the graveyard and stuff like this. And the Pyrogoyf is starting to
Yeah,
become dangerous.
I think it will tickle a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. That's a good way to put it. So that will be a rough one from my mate, I would say. Let's see how it turns out. Missing the blue mana for Spell Seeker is rough. That's the problem the decks sometimes have, because the mana base is very tight. While you have lots of requirements regarding the pips. Basically you're playing Junt, and then the next color would be white, and then you have like a couple of blue splashes. But most of the relevant spells, there's Flash, there's Spellseeker. You want to cast them early on in order to have the maximum impact, and that.
I think we will see this Thoughtseize as a follow-up, right?
Yes,
Or
I think
is this Thoughtseize?
No, this is a Chain Lightning.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought this was in Invocation Thoughtseize.
Yeah,
So
I thought so too first.
makes sense. I was pondering why he didn't play it, but yeah, makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
So, yeah,
Samuel under the gun,
concession here, not
conceding.
finding a land. I can see that he's under a lot of pressure and very unlikely to resolve something within the next 2 turns. And, well, your guess was right. The continuous pressure from Asmo combined with, the Jurist didn't really do anything, let's be fair.
Sure.
But the Fairy Macabre and as the ace in the back.
I think that what I like in Asmo is that every small cogs that allows you to cast Asmo, like those small cycling cards, are also quite good silver bullets in some matchups. Like
Yeah.
exiling cards in graveyards, this isn't shabby in the
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
So I really like this deck in that way that you play small cogs to enable your command zone, but there also are really good answers to what a lot of people are trying to do in
Yeah.
this environment.
Right, right, right.
You hope to see Cloud in the chat. We already saw one on the camera yesterday. We might see him again today because I think he made day 2. Yeah, actually, every people that we streamed on the latest rounds yesterday made day 2, if I remember correctly. So you should maybe see Cloud. We will still attempt to show you decks that weren't already featured. That's why we did put an Asmorano Mardica Destina Kuldakar under the camera this round.
And because Samuel was playing and I wanted to cast him once,
Yeah.
we're lucky to have him at the top tables, or more or less at the top tables. I mean, as you said, one lose and he's only competing for the top 16. But still, we haven't had any Asmo yesterday.
Yep.
And there are not that many Asmos competing after all, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Not that much. I think like Deadpool, a lot of not a lot of player came with Asmo actually.
Not at
A
all,
lot
right?
more came with Deadpool, but the conversion rate for Deadpool and Slimefoot, which a lot of people choose to take for this tournament, wasn't that great. We don't have the exact numbers now,
Yeah.
but still a lot of diversity in this top 137
Absolutely.
decks.
Absolutely. We didn't see any of the freshly unbanned things despite Asmo. There's no Byral,
Yeah,
no Rofellos, no Azio.
no,
Right.
and no Loyal Retainers deck either.
Also that, also that. I think Parole was experimenting a bit with Safi Eriksdotter
Might be
in
the case.
combination with the Loyal Retainers.
Parole, I think you're listening to us, maybe, so please
Yes, but
tell us.
apart from that, I haven't seen any experimenting with Loyal Retainers after all. So,
And regarding Silas, it was asked in the chat. We had 2 before the tournament begin, the day 2 begin, sorry, and neither of them made to day 2.
oh no,
I would say that, yeah,
it looks not good for them.
the maximum amount of victories from them were 3
3.
matches,
Yeah.
so no luck on this one.
True.
Still, some of them play really good Planeswalker on turn 1.
That's
The OG Planeswalker.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, with the fetch land, it's a good combination. It secures the turn 2 Terra cast for as long as Deverage Shaman survives. Apart from that, I think it's a creature that Asmo needs to respect because it can shrinken the Golf size, and we know there are lots of cards like Skyfire Phoenix, Poxwalkers, things like that.
Yeah.
That here we have the Circling Ventures, die kreisenden Geier. That's the funniest name, in my opinion, is the German card. So we have an Asmo on turn 1, followed up by a Terra on turn 2, I would assume.
Asmo on 1 looks kind of good, I think.
Yeah, Asmo on turn 1 is the line you want to go for. The Circling Ventures are basically, they have no value.
Actually, the French name is quite good also.
Yeah, okay.
Vautour Tournoyant.
Yeah, it's probably the same as in German. It's quite funny. So here we have a Seam Rip for the commander.
Ooh,
That's interesting. This decision
what
allows Samuel to take some pressure off of the state. You know, like casting the first Asmo is always really good. You could also debate about keeping the Seam Rip for the cookbook, because most of the synergies evolve around the cookbook. But, you know, casting an Asmo for 3 is already not that attractive. And this way he has mana open to exile the Circling Ventures end of turn and gain some life back, which is probably not too bad. The life count is not exact. Samuel should be on 19.
Oh, right. I will inform the judges.
Yeah. Now they've adjusted.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
A bit of delay on our side.
Yeah. And here is the fetch land, which is good in combination with the Death Ray Shaman. Good for Samuel
Yeah.
to further go on casting all kinds of colored spells.
No follow-up from Eliott?
Doesn't seem to be the case.
Okay. Kind of weird though, because if you're only playing as Asmo on turn 1 and then nothing on turn 2.
Yeah, maybe the plan was, that's the problem with the cookbook. It costs some tempo to bring it down, and sometimes it doesn't really, especially if you have a turn 1 Asmo, it doesn't really line up with the rest of the plays that you had.
I think there's something. Oh, I think I see a monument
Of endurance?
of
Oh, yeah.
endurance, 2 endurance. Yep.
Yeah, that's not bad.
In Eliott's hand. This is grindy though. I don't think this is this is the position you want to be taking in this matchup.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, that's right. So I hope Samuel's not missing another land drop. Oh, that's nice. So we have the mana confluence coming down. So now the reflecting pool is also producing all kinds of mana. And here we have the Overlord as a hit. With a Fury in the graveyard. That's not too bad against an aggressive deck.
Yeah, that didn't put any creature onto the battlefield yet.
That's true, that's true. But we have a
Attempted one,
backup.
actually.
We have a backup. So if Eliott has some graveyard interaction, it means that he always has to keep it up. If it isn't for Pharaoh Macabre, he always needs to save that additional mana in order to interact. And that will give Samuel the signal that there might be something in hand.
Sure.
So he has to play around that if possible.
Fetching end of turn for Raucus Theater in order to surveil something. I'm not seeing well the hand from Eliott, and I'm a bit sad because I would have liked to see what his game plan
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Maybe we'll have a look later on.
I saw this monument. I'm pretty sure about it, but I don't think this is where you want to be.
I think
in
it's
this matchup.
No. I think it would cost you so much tempo to bring that down. But I think you're right. It is a monument.
Okay, 2 mana.
So still thinking about activating the cookbook, which is reasonable if there's like a land too much in your hand, and that seems to be the case. That's the multiverse passage, the new one.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
trying to tank some food tokens first.
Which
in
could
order-
allow to some extent to remove some creatures if you cast Asmorano.
Exactly.
Again.
I think Death Ray Shaman would be a nice target, maybe.
Yeah.
Terra also needs to be respected here because now with the current board state, I think Samuel has the lead. There's nothing on the Asmo side. We
And
have
he-
a Forties. I just noticed.
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah. So
And actually, Samuel didn't do anything too unfair right now. It was
Yeah.
just his early game development that still looks quite strong in this board state at
Yeah,
the moment.
I think so too.
this bodes well for Samuel this game.
absolutely, yeah. So here is the Thoughtseize. That's definitely tricky for a reanimated deck if the hand is constantly dealt with. Oh, we have a activation on the Death Rite Shaman and a Troll being cycled.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
This could eat some bad food too, I think.
Yeah, so we see an Archon, a Quantum Riddler, and an Overlord. Let's be honest, that's quite a bad Thoughtseize for Asmo.
Yep.
Because you will take either the Overlord or the Quantum Riddler, but one of those 2 5-drops is secured next turn
And will do
and
value.
will do things. You probably take the Overlord here, I would assume, because on the long run,
Overlord will recoup the Riddler.
and it will also do much more
Yeah.
overall, because you can also
If
get
you're
back
planning
that
for a
Fury.
long game,
Yeah.
and with that monument in hand, that might be where Eliott is leading. So I assume the Overlord might be the choice here.
Absolutely. But then again, having the Quantum Riddler being on field next turn is definitely something to be respected here.
Yep.
And now that we've seen a Thoughtseize being cast, okay, the Death Ray Shaman is dealt with. Yeah, I see that. This definitely denies the 5-drop on turn 4.
So Eliott manages not to take a huge beer this turn.
Yeah, but now you have a 4/2 that comes in.
Yeah, just
And we
Terra
can walk the
getting
Quantum
closer.
Riddler and still find some good things. That's the good part about this card. Fun fact: you could have also cast the Overlord with Impending.
Absolutely.
So quite funny to have 2 5-drops that you can cheat in for 2 mana.
And I think that was terrible to take the Quantum Riddler because you could have just impeded the Overlord
Yeah.
and then warped the Riddler in the same turn,
Yeah.
depending on what Samuel drew.
Yeah, that's very right.
Oh, Croxa, I think I saw in Asmo's hand.
Yeah. It's interesting. Not sure if it's good enough.
With the Ash Baron, that could look for the fourth colored mana source necessary to escape Croxa.
Yeah.
I already see another land, I think.
But let's be honest, it's not enough pressure that he's currently providing. There is the monument. You can bring down the monument.
If he has a fourth land, I think Monument into Ash Barons recycled.
That would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be good.
But I think he will start the turn by recycling his Ash Baron, so
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure he has the fourth land yet.
And maybe that will be a Asmo cast now, dealing with Terra. Could be a thing.
Is it really important to deal with Terra? I mean, maybe you want to keep this food for the follow-up threats?
Yeah, but I mean, you're on 13 HP.
Fair
know?
enough, fair enough.
The life points, by the way, should be at 20 because there was one mana confluence activation.
I think you are right, indeed.
Right? He gained 2 life with the Death Ray Shaman, so should be at 20 again.
He took 2 mana with the Confluence?
No, but he fetched in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, so have a look at what's coming next. There might be a land drop. That's nice. And I mean okay. Leaving up the food interaction, there might be a Spellseeker coming. It's an Eldritch Evolution.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
maybe you
rough.
should
That's
have
rough.
killed
That's
that
rough.
Terra
That's rough.
right now.
Let's think about the 5-drop. So Overload is gone, and Fury is gone. Quantum Riddler is also gone. Let me just check real quick. We have a Solitude.
Solitude might look.
We have a Chaos Defiler.
fine.
Chaos Defiler is really good.
Yeah, it's more threatening, I think. It might also
Could
be
also
just-
be a Deadpool.
Yeah, or a Paragraph. I mean,
Or a
you're
Paragraph,
Not
yeah.
really needing to take a 5-drop.
Very, very true.
Don't think it's the best thing to do then.
Going for the Chaos Defiler. Okay.
Going to defile some chaos.
And what do you do in this situation?
I think you cry a little bit.
Yes.
If you're Eliott.
Yes. So I would take the cookbook here. Because that's what the game is evolving around. And now we get rid of 2 permanents.
I think, yeah,
Right?
both of the permanents will
Yeah.
be gone.
And I think now with the Quantum Riddler being warped, Eliott is in a really bad spot. We have the Croxa.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. But it takes one more turn. The next turn, maybe like there is a land drop, then it's not too bad, and he can curve out Croxa plus Endurance, the Monument of Endurance, which is, by the way, a really cool card and a very good reason to run the deck, in my opinion. I really like it.
It is a bit dirty. Though.
It is, but I like it. It's
Yeah,
a cool card. Really, really cool.
We're on the same boat here.
Yeah. It seems that he did not draw another land.
No, but I think he drew a Chaos Defiler, if I'm right.
Is that the case? Which
no,
he
I
cannot
don't
cast.
think. I don't think so. He doesn't seem to run the cards.
Oh, it's a Pyroglyph? Is that it? Oh no, the Croxa. How did the Croxa went to the graveyard?
Yeah, thanks to the
Through.
cookbook.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, fair. Well, getting rid of the Archon, and maybe Samuel can draw a reanimation spell here, which would be very powerful.
I think at the moment, at least you can just play this Quantum Riddler, which will draw you 2 cards.
You can also
which
do
is
that.
The fail mode of your turn, which is kind of nice though.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like playing the Quantum Riddler, and then maybe finding a reanimation spell for the Archon. We have a Shifting Woodland that's active.
Oh,
That will be dangerous next turn.
yes, active like Delirium is active though.
It should be, because there's the Chaos Defiler. It's creature. We have a
Artifact?
land artifact,
Necromancy, I think.
and Necromancy is not. That was from the last game, but I
Okay,
think we have sorcery or instant still in.
I think we'll quickly see because
From the first
Shifting Woodlands, the Archon of Cruelty might be a beating.
Yeah. Oh, and the Inquisition with us. We have the Overlord for 6, and another land. That's definitely an interesting one. So I think Samuel can just take a beat and block with the Pilgrim.
He will still take like 9, which is not too shabby.
Yeah.
But you gotta get something going for this Shifting Woodlands and this Archon of Cruelty.
And the Overlord in the graveyard is perfectly fine. And now you have enchantment type. So now you definitely have definitely have Delirium. Maybe we haven't had that before, but I'm not sure if it isn't for a graveyard hate spell. Now we see the Monument. That doesn't do anything without the
on
cookbook.
turn like what 6
Yeah,
or
yeah.
so.
Samuel should draw 2 cards because of the Quantum Riddler.
I think he.
Yeah, maybe judges? Yeah,
Even for your first card of the turn?
yes, whenever.
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
So what he just did, that's what I said last turn, copying the Archon, and all of a sudden you have 10 power on board and the game is over anyways. So swinging in, that's perfectly 13 damage in combination with the trigger. Pretty good one. And you even draw another card off of the Quantum Riddler. So 2 cards actually, because you played the land.
And the
Wow,
Archon
nice
as well.
synergy. Okay, 1-1. Interesting game between those two.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let's see who takes the last one home. I'm rooting for you, mate.
I'm rooting for Eliott.
Oh,
Hey, man, he comes from Lyon. He's
that's fine. Okay.
It's my French.
It's your hometown.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's your French homie. That's
Well,
fine.
that's kind of nice that we both are rooting
right.
for someone.
That's right, yes.
I still will be pretty
I enjoy it
happy.
a lot.
Either player wins, I still will be really happy.
I think so too, yeah. I mean, as I said, even if you're out after this game, you're not really out because you're still competing for top 16.
Yeah.
And that's a big achievement for that deck. Really, really big achievement.
On 1,000 players tournament, for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the one and only Duel Commander Grand Prix, right?
Yeah,
That we have. So
basically, yeah.
yeah. Very curious to see how that
Shuffling,
Turns out.
shuffling.
eagerly searching for that Perry Macabre.
Or Scarab Feast, something along those lines. But Fear Macabre, I think, is the best one of them.
But I think apart from those two, we don't have anything else, right?
Not that much, indeed. I don't think we saw, an artifact like a lantern or Hoover, not Hoover, as a Ghost Vacuum, sorry. Yep.
One card I would like to talk about is that I really like is the Sky Crash.
Sky Crash, yeah.
Because I think in the current metagame with we talked about having an abrade against Storm, for example,
Yeah.
to get rid of a Wishclaw talisman and things like this. And all of a sudden, like there are many valuable artifacts around. And I think if you expect more Asmos in a metagame, having an out against the opponent's cookbook is also a nice thing, right?
Yep.
So I really like this card.
I think even against Storm, the best thing I would like to take is the Pentat Prism. Right?
So Street Rave, this is
One of the best turn ones of the game.
Yeah.
Far better than
so we have the
Circling
Circling
Vectors.
Ventures, we have Street Rave, and we have Fairy Macabre. Those are the 3 turn 1 Asmos available. Here we have a Delighted Halfling. Not bad, not bad. Asmo on turn 1 is definitely a strong play. We have to see how that develops. I hope for Samuel to have like some Fury shenanigans in his hand, or maybe drawing into that.
Fury is good, but I mean, you already have a Fury to get out of the battle.
That's true,
So
yeah.
if there is an X2 that comes next, Fury will only do a 1-for-1. Or
Yeah.
2-for-1, actually.
But yeah, maybe he cannot afford to. Is he missing a land drop? No. There's a forgotten cave.
At
in
least,
there.
and I saw another land too, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a forgotten cave, but I didn't see another land. That would
Thoughtseize.
be devastating. Missing the land drop here. Maybe he kept a one lander. Thoughtseize is definitely very powerful.
You can actually cut a land from Samuel here, but I don't think it is worth it regarding the fact that he already has the Duel and City of Brass.
So
That
the card on
here-
the very left side is Hunting Grounds. And I think most people are not familiar with Hunting Grounds.
Yep, I was not. So let's.
Maybe we
the
just
card.
show it on screen. It's the very first time in Duel Commander hunting, not haunt,
Oh, okay,
hunting. It's the very first time in Duel Commander that this card actually sees play in the 99. It's a very special one, but you know,
Oh.
with Terra you add 4 cards, up to 5. So Threshold is online very early on,
Yep.
and in addition to some fetch lands, this one resolves for sure. Your opponent has to be careful. Rakdos has no options of dealing with that apart from now with the Thoughtseize. You definitely, Deadpool is very ugly. We both know that. You definitely have to respect the Hunting Grounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Because right now you can say, okay, I'm gonna go
Ooh.
for the Deadpool.
Still respecting the Deadpool more.
Yeah, I think that's the right call because that's like a definitive play or like a reliable play in 2 turns. So
For
that's something
sure.
that he
Whereas Hunting Ground is 2 mana, nothing until I cast my commander and have
exactly.
threshold down the
I mean, the
line.
commander will come down next turn anyways. That's pretty much set. We have the appropriate mana. We have the city. We have the scrubland. Maybe even playing another land. Now he gave the signal that this card is another land. Okay, and it seems
Yes.
that Samuel is going for the hunting grounds first. Maybe there is a cycler in hand.
Yep, that's what we're thinking about. A
Maybe it
way
was also
to.
just like poker face, like trying to act as if it was a land. Maybe it's something to cycle, and then next turn Samuel can decide to cast Terra and not return anything, and then the hunting grounds is active.
What's the follow-up for Asmo? So third land is a good starting point.
Yeah.
Forgotten Cave, not that interesting. I think this Dilated Halfling will take a beating. This is the filter land.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's an artwork I have never seen actually. Crazy.
I didn't see the artwork either, but I saw the text.
Yeah. So we have an Anya's Ravager.
Yeah, not a card quite common in Duel Commander. I think
Nope.
it was played in some black red shells like Croxa.
Yeah, but it's very common in Asmo.
Yeah.
So here we have the Halfling.
The Halfling, yeah, was destroyed with the
Ooh,
food.
I think that was a Fury.
Yeah, but Fury only will deal with one creature.
That's
so-
right.
Okay, now we are terraing our
Ooh,
opponent.
There is an Overlord and there is a Necromancy.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That's that can be tough for the.
I mean, you will take,
upcoming
most
turns.
likely you will take the Necromancy.
Yeah, you have the Overlord in the graveyard, I think.
Exactly. You could also choose to not take anything, and
Oh,
if you have something better in hand, your opponent can't cast any more spells.
sure, you
Right?
can actually
But
choose not to take anything.
yes, it's a May.
Okay, if it's a May, then yeah.
Yeah, here you go. I think you cannot return. Yeah, up to one. I like that. It's worded like that. So I think. Okay,
1, 2,
Samuel
3, 4,
decides
5, 6,
not
7.
to take any card.
Yep.
Which means that the remaining card that Asmo doesn't know about must be of insane value. Could be an Atraxa, could be an Archon, some big thing. Maybe it's a Paragraph. You don't know. Something that we know about it. It's a Fury.
Yeah, right.
It's a Fury, right? I think it's a Fury.
Which is good, I mean, because if you play it instant speed, you can still kill a creature and then have a 3/3 double strike for the battle phase, which is kind of good.
Yeah. The problem is that he has his own Fury.
Yeah, but it's not instant speed.
That's right. It's really good to have the hunting grounds here, because the dynamic with the Annius Falcon, no, it's not Annius Revenger, is that you always want to play out your hand entirely before you go to combat, because then you draw another 3 cards, and this way it's like, okay, whenever I play a card, my
Don't you
opponent
want to
will-
play your? I think Eliott has a Paragraph. Isn't the best thing to put this Paragraph on the stack? So Samuel has to play his Fury. He will only kill one of Eliott's creature, and then the Paragraph can kill the Fury, and you can still attack through.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I think it's a play pattern quite complicated to see, because you have to know the card, how it's working.
Absolutely,
You have
absolutely.
to think that this Paragraph can kill what your opponent's going to
Yeah.
put into the battlefield, which is not given regarding what the deck is playing. So I think it is a tough choice. So Fury pitched. So beforehand, trigger, I will put.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not a Fury? Or maybe he wants to wait if there's like a
I don't think-
second spell.
Yeah, but I don't think playing this Bogart Troller will lead you
Makes-
anywhere,
makes
because
great
you will
sense.
just lose both of your creatures on that Fury trigger.
Yeah.
And then he can follow up with the Paragraph if needs be, or just not play any spell, because you will just put 6 points of damage to your opponent,
Yeah.
and I think it's kind of okay. So, yep, tough spot here. I think
Yeah.
playing this Fury is.
I mean, it's a volcanic island. It's not a Fury.
Oh damn!
It's
so
so he
okay.
kind of bluffed it.
So that's
Okay.
terrible, actually.
I mean, the Fury is actually the blowout here, because what do? You probably sacrifice your Noble Hierarch for that, or you just throw in your Boggart Trawler.
Or you just don't play anything. I mean, what would you play another creature in the face of this Fury on the stack?
You can also think about. I mean, there's this Ox to be escaped in the graveyard.
Yeah.
That's a consideration to cast the Boggart Trawler for free. for free, right?
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
But you're totally right. It would be roasted to Fury. We're back to the discussion. Fury, great card.
Absolutely. Well, we are. Are you telling me that we have a red-black aggressive deck on your left, on our left, 5-color reanimator stuff on your right side, and they both play Fury and Paragoyf?
Yes, of course they do. Of course they
Interesting.
do. Because apparently, most decks are evolving around Modern Horizons, right?
You don't say.
Or at least the value that those sets provide.
Even in Legacy, though. I
Even
don't
in
know if you
Legacy.
follow. Yeah.
I do follow it from time to time. My favorite Legacy deck, by the way, is Necro Potence currently.
In Legacy,
Yeah, not Necro Potence, Necro Dominance, I mean.
I didn't know this deck existed in Legacy.
You don't know? It's like, it's some
It's
type
more or
of...
less the same in Modern, but with better cards.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's some kind of stone deck with the...
Oh, with the flash
Yeah,
thingy.
exactly.
Okay, I know what
Exactly.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Gotcha. On
really
wings, on something wings.
Yeah. Up on the Winds, I think.
Yeah.
Is it that? Is it that? I think so. I'm watching the Epic Storm from time to time, and it's
Okay.
a really cool channel, I think.
I know the guy.
So he decides to go for the Boggart Trawler.
And know that your opponent doesn't have anything of relevance, just Pyrogoyf.
Yeah.
And the gesture of Samuel, like, yeah.
But you have a trigger, right? You can bring back that Noble Hierarch.
That will be killed by the Pyrogoyf.
To be
trigger, I
fair,
think.
you couldn't draw any better with Fury and Pyrogoyf. Definitely seeing the right cards here. Could have been any other deck too. Could have also been a Kefka that would currently go for the play pattern, right?
Yeah.
I think we talked about that yesterday. that-
Yoshimaru too could have done this Fury into Pyrogoyf.
Also, yeah.
I think every red deck in the format could have done this same thing with the same red cards.
Yeah.
Attacking with 6 points of damage, and this Pyrogoyf that already put a lot of damage into the bin. I think this game.
I think Samuel forgot, maybe out of frustration, to put the Noble Hierarch into play now.
I don't think he wanted to, because maybe he want to not to kill to for it to die on the Pyrogoyf trigger.
Okay.
Because Pyrogoyf on the stack, if you put this Hierarch into play, it will die instantly, so he didn't achieve really anything.
And he drew a land. That's bad.
Oh, yep.
So what is this card? I'm completely honest with you. A Living Death would have been great here.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one is sitting in a graveyard. So
From the turn 1 or 2 Thoughtseize, right?
yeah. No,
No, it was last
came,
game,
it came
actually,
from
yeah.
it came from the reveal.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it might have been a bit greedy here to not pick the Necromancy for the Overlord. Just regarding the fact that you would have a threat on board.
Yeah, sure. And you were depending on the top of your deck to draw anything to make these hunting grounds work. And now, yep, you're just caught pants down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe his thought process was like, okay, if it isn't for Fury, I have a 4/2 that can block creatures, and I have a 3/1 that can block creatures and remove their graveyard, which is
Yeah.
a fine consideration. And then board-wise, we are even again. You
Makes
get your
sense.
trigger once, and then we can start thinking about other
We
lines,
can
you
go.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But-
Fury and Paragoyf, yeah, was a beating.
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Anyway, that for
Overlord?
what is the... Okay, he takes the Emperor. That makes sense. And now...
Because he can bring
Oh, the
something
Deadpool.
onto the Pyrogoyf.
I like that.
Why does it come into play tapped? Yeah, right.
It does not, yeah.
Paraglyph. So now your Paraglyph doesn't do anything. You can kill. Does it?
But it copies the Paraglyph.
But does it copy the characteristic defining
Adapt,
ability?
we have to add adapt counters for the Emperor. You have to communicate. But he just activated,
right.
not that they forget about it and have like another activation. I doubt it, but yeah, okay.
Okay,
There we go.
I think there is a judge sitting next to the table, well, for the whole day. So
Yeah. So the problem here is that you can't get rid of their Pyroglyph.
it gets the CDA. The chat tells us. So if you
All right, because it overrides the.
so 0-1 Paraglyph now, and you kill Engis Ravager. Oh, there is Skyfairy Phoenix in Eliott's Vivier hand.
So the Pyroglyph is 0-1 because it has no no defining thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
And so your Deadpool now is Pyroglyph sized, right?
Yes.
It has haste. I think you gotta take your points.
Yeah,
of damage.
right. That's a strong line. And now you have a 3/4 blocking creature for Asmo, which is not bad. And you still have that hunting grounds to. And there's another spell in Samuel's hand.
Is there still threshold in Samuel's graveyard now that Deadpool has been
2, 4,
exiled?
6. You're right. It is not. It is not. Yeah, Deadpool has been exiled and Emperor left the graveyard, so that's not a thing right now. And the Ravager is definitely coming down to. It's funny that we have a Pyroglyph that doesn't do anything anymore. I love to see
Except
that.
taking 3 each.
Great
turn.
that we have Deadpool.
I think this is the Skyfairy Phoenix time, right? Yeah.
That's a Phoenix time, yes. That's a rough one.
Oh, is there a Spark Spray in Eliott's hand? Will we see a Spark Spray and... Like, yeah, you take 3, you're down to 1.
Yeah.
If Spark Spray end this game, man... Oh!
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's. I don't like to see that. That it's a fancy finish. We have
I'm
to.
sorry, man.
We have to admit that. That's
This
a
is
very
glorious.
fancy finish. Yeah.
This is absolutely glorious. Okay.
That's a crazy game
Yeah.
on both sides. I really like the comeback, but this is what we were talking about. You see the insane power of one card being Deadpool, like changing the entire game. If it wasn't for the Spark Spray, the Skyfire Phoenix could have taken it home, but you never know. Like a reanimated deck can come up with huge shenanigans all of a sudden.
If
There's Atraxa in the deck that has like a 7/7 lifelink, and you can gain back tons of life. There's Archon of Cruelty, things like this. You really have to respect that.
If it only was the Phoenix and you left Samuel at 1 life,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too happy about it. To be perfectly honest, yeah. I think you would still fear the top of the deck. Sure, games might be in the bag, but I think, this Spark Spray as an ending was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that was
I'm
great.
sorry, but I was rooting for Asmo. So.
Bastion, can you please cast the next 3 rounds?
Anyway, we'll take a short break, end the VOD here, and see you for round 13.